Good day, Perceptive Reader. I want to add another podcast to the Ultimate page. You know, the new ones that I created this December. And this is one I want to also add in my section that's a playlist, okay? It's like a YouTube playlist. And you can see the Ultimate page right now that I'm running for the next day or so. All right. And listen to this. And I have to chuckle because, Lord have mercy. See, I got to even say it like that. There are so many spiritual thoughts that continue to come to my mind. And I assure you that even with the book of Judges, where I've been at chapter 7 for about a couple of weeks now, that was the last one I read. I will continue to read that book. That book of Judges. I want you to know I will complete that. Right now, and I just want to share some other thoughts, of a spiritual nature. There's a lot of, aspects of God's personality, your relationship with Him, if you will, that He will just, at times, I'm telling you, He would just show you stuff. He will enlighten you, if you will, on a level that, yes, it does even seem to go beyond what common knowledge is, okay? And yet, it's the humility part that we show, not presuming too much to go out and relate this or that, or what you feel very strongly God has showed you or told you for a reason, you see, through His Holy Spirit to you. See, you want me to say it again? I think I want to say it again. There is, enlightenment, if you will, that God will show you that you feel very strongly. It is going even beyond, what is the common knowledge, but you do not presume, you see what I'm saying, to just go out there, just start, preaching it or what have you. But this is what I will say. It's almost like an extended view of what He's already shown in His Word, though. And so it's almost like, I don't know. I don't even want to say it's almost like, because it's like, again, you just feel strongly. It's like an assurance that, yeah, I'm giving you more an in-depth feeling of what I was saying here. It's like that's what God is saying to you. So with that being said, and see, I wanted to give you all of that as a prologue because of what I am going to share with you. And it's in Matthew. It's in the book of Luke. It may be in the book of Mark too, but I know, like, in Matthew, there was once an officer, actually an army officer. It kind of made me want to chuckle because of the football games and stuff that was that went on over about a week or so ago. And it's something funny along those lines that I said, no, I better just save it for another podcast. But I just thought I would mention that. And what this army officer, and again, it most likely was not only an officer, but a high-ranking officer, most likely as well. And one of the reasons why it was stated that was most likely a high-ranking officer as well is because of the specificity of not only having another troop or soldier or soldiers, the way that he actually expressed himself to Jesus, but then he went on to even relate servants as well, or a servant as his example. What was the example he was giving? Well, he wanted Jesus to actually perform a miracle for him, to heal, you see, someone in his household that, most like it meant a lot to him. And the city was Capernaum. And so what happened is he told Jesus, now imagine this. He told Jesus, he said, I'm not even good enough, for you to even come back with me or be in my house in this way. I'm not, he really spoke humbly to Jesus. And, it wasn't even a fake humility either. This is the way that the man actually felt. And you can tell because of the way Jesus responded about his faith, this officer's faith, how it was a tremendous faith that was shown, that Jesus was saying again that it was a great one. It was a great faith. You can read that account to see exactly how he was expressing it. But see, that's what I want to share with you, that people truly do have some unique circumstances and situations in the world today. And yet, these accounts right here continue to show how God is really looking at every single, one of us. And you hear me talk about he knows the heart. He knows the heart. And so even when a person will say in their own humility and in their prayers that, God, I recognize your sovereignty. You see what I'm saying? I recognize you being the grand creator over all of us. See, God knows what's going on in such persons' hearts in all sorts of unique situations, you see. And in these unique situations, he also recognized the great faith that they show in certain actions, that they do, that other persons don't even know about. You know what I'm talking about? Other persons don't even know about. But God knows it, and he sees it. And it was one other statement that Jesus did make. Okay, are you ready for this? After that encounter with that officer, you see, and Jesus was talking about the faith. You know what he said? He said he hasn't seen a faith as great as that. And he was saying that a time is coming where the people who should be sitting at the table with him, isn't that something? Sitting at the table with him, in his kingdom. He said they won't even be there. But it's the ones like that who will be. Have a very wonderful day. Thank you. Take care of yourself.